for checking Emerson. Check it out now. I wish these were just erroneous claims made up by imbeciles who wish to deface the reputation of Mr. Clifford Harris. I mean, I wish it was unfounded in the preposterous rumblings of a fake story website, but ladies and gentlemen, I have never been so dumbfounded and befuddled in my life. Actually, let me correct that. Now, I've never been this confused, speechless, and staggered since news broke that Miss Piggy was breaking up with Kermit the Frog. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's like art's imitating life, or maybe life is imitating art, because, according to TMZ, Tiny has filed for a divorce from Clifford Harris, a.k.a. T.I.P. or T.I. Now, the thing about having a woman, having a relationship, having a wife, even though we hard on thoughts, man, listen, at some point, sometimes you gotta get married. You find the one that's a ride or die. She holds it down. She's not only in it for the cash, and she's willing to take one for the team. You might have to just settle down with her, especially when you're getting up there in age and you're trying to do other things other than chase bitches. Now, T.I. found that with Tiny, okay? Now, whether you want to say, yo, she looks like this, she looks like that, she's a rider, okay? Flat out, point blank, period, she's a rider, all right? Basically, when T.I. was in trouble, she even took a charge for the motherfucker. She rode out for T.I. in a lot of cases where other women would. Not only that, before T.I. even started popping in the industry, basically she got with T.I. in a position where a lot of women would just go for a rich white executive, okay? Now, she's really been ride or die. Despite her actions recently, she's been a ride or die chick. Now, recently, I don't know what's going on, but for whatever reason, Floyd Mayweather, okay, has gotten her eye to be looking left, looking right, doing all type of shit other than looking at the only person she should give a fuck about, which is T.I. Now, of course, T.I., Floyd, they don't get along, right? They basically almost fought, and recently we saw a video with Tiny dancing with Floyd. Now, just imagine this. Imagine your wife, the mother of your kids, and don't get it fucked up, they got a couple of kids, okay? Y'all seen it on the Family Hustle, right? They have 3 kids together, okay? They got married back in 2010, right? Imagine your wife, you know what I mean? Grinding, twerking, slow dancing with the ops. It shows one important thing. She does not have any respect for you. Now, let's not really absolve T.I. from all this, and I don't really want to get too much into maybe the back and forth or the behind-the-scenes stuff between them, but perhaps T.I. ain't been so innocent. Maybe he been fucking a lot of chicks, and maybe she had enough. But regardless, you know a male's ego, right? Basically, listen, that first cut is usually the deepest with niggas, okay? And when you see a woman start being disrespectful and disloyal, you see her hanging out. Listen, she can hang out with any nigga, but she chose to hang out with the nigga that T.I. hates the most. At that point, sometimes you're going to be like, fuck it, I can't take it. Now, for whatever the reason is, and I'm sure other things kind of went on behind the scene, listen, TMZ is now reporting that Tiny has filed for divorce from T.I., okay? Now, supposedly she filed last month, but they're just finding out about the paperwork now. But she did file for divorce, and she's supposedly done with it. Now, before you start thinking, yo, she about to take him for the bands, yo, she gonna take half of everything, 18 years, keep in mind when I said it in the intro, listen, she's a rider, okay? In reality, I'm rooting for these two to get back together. Like, to keep it real, they've been together so long, and she been riding for him for so long, I think it would be corny if T.I. goes to any other chick. Now, so I think they should really work it out. I think they will work it out. If not for anything, watch for some Kardashian-type tactic. They might work it out on TV. Get more ratings in this motherfucker, okay? So I hope and wish them the best. This is not a situation where it's just a thought looking for a come-up. This is obviously someone who's rolled out for somebody and held them down for an extended period of time. They got a whole family, and they've had other kids from other relationships that they all just kind of share together. And you can't wish nothing but well wishes for them and just hope their relationship works out. I ain't hoping for them to break up. Get this shit back together, man. T.I., cut it out. Okay, T.I. cut it out. She needs to cut it out. They need to speak, and however that's done, let it happen. Okay, get in the comments, you guys like them and subscribe. We hope they get back together. Listen, if it was any other thought, she would endure the slander of the Hard on Thoughts movement, but not a shorty that's been ride or die. Don't get it fucked up. Hard on Thoughts don't mean you discarding or you're just tossing away chicks who've held you down. If you have a true ride or die chick who basically has shown that she's not only there for them bands, who ain't there to trap you or fuck you up or finesse you, and she's really there to be a partner, you gotta ride out for her as she should ride out for you. Okay, get in the comments, you guys like. That means subscribe to Akademiks.